Boxer, starring Kevin Foxx. Please welcome Kevin Foxx.
This is TV, bitches. Give it up. How you doing? Well, thank you for coming down to my very first comedy special. It's nice to be here in what I imagine must be the inside of a gay beehive. Buzz. You guys seem like nice people. You know, it's a couple weirdos here. I wasn't going to mention this, but before the show, I was hanging out. And I went to use the bathroom earlier, and I went to knock on the stall to see if somebody was in there. And the dude was like, "Come in." Is that normal Toronto behavior? I ran away. I didn't know what to do. I'm on national TV. I got to take a pee. That's not a good thing, is it? I wonder who it was. It was somebody in this room. Don't fuck around. I know your shoes. I'll figure it out. We're doing a shoe check after the show before everyone leaves. Put that on my list. I have a list at the back. How's my hair looking? Is it okay? Yeah. What's left of it? I'm balding, which is... you know what I love about balding besides nothing? I love the fact that people insist on telling you you're balding. They're like, "Man, you're going bald." Like, I have no idea. You know? Like, I don't spend an hour in the bathroom crying every fucking morning with 16 mirrors set up reflecting off each other. It changes your perspective in life when you're balding. Like, I used to look at women's breasts. Now I just look at men with full heads of hair. I'm just like, look at that hair. Wow. That's not real. You know what pisses me off? When I see like a homeless guy with a full head of hair. Come on, he doesn't need that hair. I could use that hair, man. I could become something with that hair. He's walking down the street with a pompadour with gum in it. There is no justice in this world. It's nice to be back in Canada, man. I was down in the States for a while, and I almost got in a fight in the States for being Canadian, which is an odd reason to get into a fight, but I was down in Portland, and I finished my show, and I went next door to have a drink after the show, and this big burly guy was at the end of the bar, right, and he's giving me the stink eye all night, right? And I get a couple pops in me, and finally I'm like, "Are you okay, dude? Like, what's wrong?" He's like, "No, I'm not okay. I heard you were from Canada." I'm like, "Yeah?" He's like, "How come you didn't go to war with us?" I was like, "Dude, it wasn't my call." How much power do you think I wield in Canada? It's not 7 of us in my kitchen figuring this shit out, buddy. We make fun of Americans in Canada because, you know, they're retarded, but... I actually like Americans. Like, you know what? I will hand this to America. Americans are the most passionate culture in the world. You know, from popcorn, are you American? Yeah, see, that's it. From popcorn to politics, you guys are like, "We're number one!" Woo! And in Canada, it's like, "Hey, we're number 2. That's not bad." You want to go for a beer? It's wing night. We lack passion in Canada, man. You know, like, we're apathetic, especially in politics. You know, how many people here in the audience voted in the last election? By applause. That's about half of you, and half of you are probably lying. You know? We have no passion in Canadian politics, man. We got a little bit of passion in with Chrétien. I love Chrétien. I don't care if you like Chrétien, don't like Chrétien. I could give a shit. You know what? I love Jean Chrétien. You know why? Because when Chrétien left office, didn't he act like any other guy acts when he gives 2 weeks' notice at a job? He's like, gay marriage, legalized, pot, fuck you, Bush. He's loading office supplies in the trunk of his car. He's like, deal with that, Martin. Good old Johnny boy. Good-looking fella, Jean Chrétien. You knew he must have been a master politician. He didn't get voted in on his looks, you know? He looked a bit like a Muppet, I think, for a while. That always amazed me about our politicians, you know, Gretchen and all that stuff. Trudeau was our sexy guy. That's how ugly our prime ministers have been. Trudeau was the sex guy. He looked like Mr. Burns, man. That was our gigolo. I got a question for you, because I've traveled a little bit now. I mean, I've been to a few different countries. Trust me on this when I say that Canada has some of the best-looking people in the world, on average. Trust me on that. What the hell happened to our politicians? Can we get a politician in this country who doesn't look like a fart? I don't know what a fart looks like, but I'm pretty sure it's Joe Clark. I'm pretty sure if you were to huck flour at somebody's ass at the very moment they farted, Joe Clark's face would appear like Kevin Bacon and Hollow Man. Ah! You got Stephen Harper now. That guy looks like a Bond villain, man. He's got some creepy ass eyes, that dude, man. You get an eye transplant from a husky? What the hell happened there? Is he in some freak none-of-it snowmobiling accident? Give me that car battery and bring me a husky. You know what Stephen Harper reminds me of? Is remember when you were a little kid, guys, and you'd be like with your buddies and you do something nefarious, like maybe light a dumpster on fire or whatever and run away, and there'd always be that one kid that just stood there and looked at the flame. That's Stephen Harper right there, man. Steve, let's get the hell out of here. We're gonna get caught. I'm gonna be prime minister one day. You better not be gay. Nice to be back home. They put me up in a nice hotel, which is always fun. Last time I was in Toronto, they put me up at a bed and breakfast. I applause. How many people here have ever stayed at a bed and breakfast? Right? Okay. For those that haven't, if you've ever been super curious what it would be like to crash with your buddy's grandma for a week, that, my friends, is the B&B vibe. Mabel was the lady that ran it. And Mabel and I were having breakfast one morning. Because apparently that's what you do. You sleep in some old broad's bed and then have breakfast with her. Talk about her doilies. Am I alone in this? The entire concept of the bed and breakfast creeps me out. And I said that to her too. I said, Mabel, I go, you don't know me. I'm a complete stranger to you. I could be a serial killer. I go, how do you get to bed? How do you let strangers live in your house? And you know what she said to me? She looked me gently in the eye. And she said, young man, there's no such thing as strangers. Just friends I haven't met yet. I know, right? Now I got to shit in your fridge. I wasn't gonna shit in your fridge. But when you say ludicrous horse shit like that, it has consequences. You can't just banty about bullshit like that and not have me at least piss in your ice cube trays. That's all I'm saying. Which is not an easy task, by the way. You think those things are hard to fill up with tap water. There is a splash factor. They say it's romantic. That's the selling point of the bed and breakfast. Oh, it's so romantic. You'll love it. It's not romantic, because I had a girl with me. You know, we start making love on the couch. You know? There's a Dutch couple beside us eating a fruit plate. Make sure you sign the guest book. I apologize for that stain on your macrame owl. Foxy. I like hotels, right? Hotels, you can wipe your ass with the curtains. It doesn't matter. Walk around with a towel on your head, spit at the TV. It's like living in a rental car. Right? You have a mini bar. Mini bar, besides the printing press, probably the best invention ever, the mini bar. You know? You ever just come back to the hotel, strip naked, open up the mini bar, pretend you're a giant? Who will challenge me? Mini bar's a bit like a portal into the future, though. You ever open up a mini bar, you're like, hey, Let's see what a Kit Kat will cost in the year 2040. Rip off. But you know my favorite thing to do at a hotel? Next time you stay in a hotel, because they always have the dirty movies there, right? And I like to partake. You know? So here's what you do. You rent a dirty movie, and then when you check out, force the girl at the counter to tell you the name of the movie you rented. Trust me, it's the most fun you'll ever have. Because they try and be very discreet, right? Oh, Mr. Fox, you have an incidental charge for a movie, it says here. And I'm like, I don't think so. She's like, no, sir, you rented a movie? I'm like, what was it called? She's like, it was a movie? There's a crowd gathering behind me to check out. Not ringing a bell. She finally has to break down and be like, titty slickers? Like, titty slickers? Why didn't you say so? It's all coming back to me now. That was a solid 4 minutes. Hell, I don't know. Do pornos even have endings? I have no idea. As far as I know, every porno just drifts off into the ether. Every porno could end in a big musical number. I have no idea. I never make it that far. Girl on girl, stop. I don't even believe that it was Titty Slickers. I believe, if I'm correct, it was Titty Slickers 3. Which begs the question, is it necessary for porno movies to have sequels? Were there questions left unanswered in Ask Master 1? How's she gonna pay for the pizza? The fans demand it. Ask Master 2. Don't see 3 and 4, they're trite. I don't watch as much porn as I used to, and you know, I'm getting older now, so. You ever have this happen? You ever think you have a fetish and then realize you don't? For the longest time, I thought I had a foot fetish, and then I recently checked out a foot fetish website. Apparently, I have a foot interest. There's some creepy shit on that site. I mean, I still jerked off, but it was creepy. It was a reluctant tug. I'm not happy about this. That was the name of my band in high school, by the way, Reluctant Tug. You might have heard of us. We were going to be big, but Jimmy got married. I'm divorced. Thank you very much. In case any married guys here are wondering how many times you can come home high having blown the mortgage money on roulette, the answer is 4. I end up with the cat in my divorce, and I don't know how I ended up with the cat, because I hated the cat, and the cat hated me, and now we're both just looking at each other like, what the hell happened? We're both drinking. That's not a good sign, is it? When you're drinking with your cat. Fuck her. Meow. Hey, here's something. Did you guys know that cats are allowed to keep a box of their shit in your house? Apparently, somewhere along the annals of history, we collectively got together and decided it was okay for cats to keep a box of shit in our house. There is no other animal in existence that we let keep a box of their shit in our house. You wouldn't even do that for a human being. God forbid your grandma got sick and came to stay with you. Would you let her keep a box of her shit in your house? No, of course not. It's disgusting. It's a box of turds in your house. Apparently it's okay for Kitty. Kitty's exempt from this rule, though. Not that he uses a litter box, he shits wherever he wants. Which makes for the worst Easter egg hunts, by the way. I just tells them as I sees them. I called my ex-wife, right? I'm like, sweetheart, you know, I know I promised I'd take the cat stuff, but I got to get rid of this cat. And she's like, what are you talking about? The kids love the cat. I'm like, it's shitting all over the place. And she goes, you know why he's shitting, Kevin? He's angry. I'm like, really? I wish I had that kind of emotional freedom. Have a hard day at work. Come home, take a big dump on the couch. Somebody's not happy. Kids, stay away from your father. He will shit on you. Run away right now. Put on your garbage bag suits. I will help you with your homework. Do you ever punch a house cat in the mouth? Don't know. Cats respect that shit. Cats are the king of the sucker punch, man. You ever been laying in bed at night minding your own business? Your feet are dangling. Cat does like a drive-by on your feet, just 8 unanswered blows. Like you owed him cash. Like, what the... They're so cocky after they attack you. Like, hey. Thank you for petting me for an hour and a half yesterday. Wow. That's a cat giving you the finger, by the way. It's very subtle, but they do it more often than you would think. Cats are tough, man. You ever notice you can't outstare a cat? You can outstare a pit bull. If you look at it, you can take the toughest dog in the world, like crazy pit bull. If you look at him long enough, he'll eventually be like, rawr. You look at a cat, they're just like, I will fucking kill you in your sleep. You got to sneak up on a cat if you want to take a cat, man. Like, he attacked me like 7 times last week, so I wanted revenge, right? But I was cool, right? I wait till he wasn't suspecting. He was on the couch watching Oprah. I was all like, hey, man, what'd you... He was pissed at first, and he's like, yeah, you okay. Just make sure you wear socks from now on. I'm a papa, I'm a daddy. Yeah, my favorite thing in the world. I have 2 beautiful daughters. I have a 15-year-old and a 4-year-old, because I take a long time to come. 4 is my favorite age, man. You know, if anyone here has got a kid that's 4 or 5, oh man, isn't it the best age in the world? If you ever get a chance, for those that don't have a 4-year-old in your life, go steal one, borrow one, whatever you're gonna do, right? Hang out with a 4-year-old for a day, and you will learn things about yourself you would never otherwise know. Like your 5th favorite color. It's like, what's your favorite color? I'm like, I don't know, sweetheart, blue. What's your 2nd favorite color? I'm a 37-year-old man, knows my 14th favorite food is mangoes. That's never gonna come in handy. I'm never gonna be at a restaurant. I've unsuccessfully ordered 13 items. No need for a menu, garçon. Bring me a mango. It is my 14th favorite food. Thank you, Ruby. 15's a tough age. I got a favor to ask the women in the audience. You guys have all been 15 years old. Is there any way to get past that bubble of go fuck yourself? That 15-year-old girls walk around in like a hamster in a ball. Like, she put a doorbell on her bedroom door. I gotta ring a doorbell inside my house to talk to my daughter. I Nicky 9-door all the time. I just ring it, screw off to the kitchen. Yeah. Put a bag of shit in front of it, light it on fire. You damn kids. I gotta do something with that cat shit. She got her first boy call the other day. A boy called the house for her, which almost slipped by me, too. Because, like, 14-year-old boys sound like 14-year-old girls, right? You know, because their ball hasn't dropped, right? So it's like, hello, hi, can I speak to Chelsea? And I'm like, yeah, wait a minute, you a dude? He's like, yes, sir. I'm like, oh, shit. Now I got to pretend to like you so she won't. here's my thing. I'm hypersensitive because I have daughters, right? I'm hyper, and I know how guys are. I know I am, right? So, I feel like I'm always trying to become the man my daughters think I am. You know what I mean? Because I know that if I'm a screw up, they're going to be attracted to screw ups later in life. So I try and present like a very good male front. Like honest, compassionate, strong, all those things that are a good person, right? And but I never know like if I'm screwing up, because girls are so easy to screw with. You know what I mean? All I have to do is look at my daughter and be like, hey, one of your eyes is bigger than the other. Done, right? The rest of her life, she's like, ah. It's like trying to fold a spider web dealing with a little girl, right? You're going to screw it up eventually, right? But here's my point. I never know if I'm doing the right thing. So the other day I was in the shower, right? And I was naked, because that's how I roll. I don't know if you tried showering naked. It's delightful. I'm in the shower, I'm doing my thing, and all of a sudden the shower curtain rips open, and there's my little 4-year-old. She's like, hello, Daddy. And I'm like, hey, whoa. Hey, sweetheart, Daddy's having a shower. Why don't you go in the other room? And she's like, nope. So I get out of the shower, and I'm hanging out with her, and I'm toweling off and stuff, and we're talking about whatever is important in her life, Dora the Explorer, whatever's going on in her life, right? And as we're talking, just out of her natural little 4-year-old curiosity, she just reaches out and tries to grab my penis. I did not know how to react to that. Because I didn't want to freak out. I didn't want to be like, ah! Swiper, no swiping! I don't want to mess up her penis karma for the rest of her life, Every time she sees a dick, she starts crying. And fellas, we've all been there. You know why I love drinking so much? I love drinking because, do you ever notice when you're drunk, nothing sounds like a bad idea? Isn't that a glorious side effect to a drug? That's why you see 4 dudes running down the street with a Ronald McDonald statue in their hands. Just... I don't know, I think they're hammered, dude. Run! You ever do that, fellas? 3 o'clock in the morning, you're all lit up. Just trying to pay a hooker with Burger King coupons. What can I get for 50 cents off the chicken tenders? Chicken tenders? How did he know my street name? Shut the hell up, chicken tenders. Get back in the Cadillac. Cocaine's making a big comeback. That cracks me up, Cocaine's a fun drug. If you ever want to spend an hour and 45 minutes talking to a total stranger about opening up a pizza joint together. What always made me laugh when I see my friends on Coke? Coke makes you lie about ridiculous stuff. Alcohol makes you lie about big things, I love you, I don't have an STD, that kind of stuff. Right? Cocaine makes you lie about silly shit. You're like, yeah, I can play the banjo. I invented rice-a-roni, bitch. I had a guy offer me crack the other day. He was a fat guy, too. Nothing wrong with being fat, but I know that's bad crack right there, right? If you're... You can't be fat and sell crack and it'd be good crack. And it always made me laugh because he's like, I was down Yonge Street and he's like, hey, you wanted some crack? I'm like, what is this, 1984? Who's giving crack a whirl? Is the vote still out on crack? Crack will mess you up, man. Nobody bounces well off of crack, you know what I mean? You see some dude in a nice suit, starts doing crack. 2 weeks later, he's wearing shoes made out of Captain Crunch boxes. Ricky, what the fuck happened to you? The crack got me. Snap at it. I can't even smoke weed anymore, man. I can't have a panic attack every time I smoke a joint. It's too strong for me, man. I was saying, I was in Ottawa and I was doing a show and they put me up in this condominium. And this very pretty girl would come in every 2 days to clean the condo. And, so I'm sitting there, typing on the computer, and she comes in to, to clean the condo, and she's like, hey, you want to smoke a joint? And I wanted to have sex with her, so I was like, yes. Yes, I do want to smoke a joint. Perhaps I can parlay this, right? So we smoked this joint, and I lost my mind. I was uncomfortably high for 2.5 hours. I kicked her out. I was like, get the fuck out of here! I didn't even care about her having sex with her anymore. I was like, I had to deal with my shit. My brain's like, banana, 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 banana. I'm like, holy shit, I'll bring it out. So I decided I need some fresh air to deal with my paranoia and everything's going on. So I go into the alley behind the condominium, and if you're ever freaking out on a drug, an alley's where you want to be. I'm sitting in this alley, and you guys know what I'm talking about when I say like a dumpster, an industrial garbage can, right? There's a dude in the truck coming to dump the dumpster, you know, like, you know that guy, right? And I'm blocking his way, right? So I like move to the side, and the dude in the truck's like, and I turn to my right, and it's not death-defying, but there's like a dumpster on its own just rolling at me. I guess it got dislodged from the slope it was on, just slowly coming towards me. Now, if I was straight, I would have just moved out of the way. But I'm high. So I decide I'm gonna save the day. So I lodge my shoulder in this dumpster. I don't know if you've tried to push an industrial dumpster full of shit, but it's like 8 million pounds, right? So I'm not actually moving the dumpster. I'm just holding it still, and my legs are shaking. And I'm like, holy shit, this dumpster's gonna get the best of me. So I give it everything I got, right? And I make my way back up the slope with this dumpster, and I'm all proud of myself. I'm like, yeah. And the dude leans out of his truck. He's like, what the hell are you doing? And as soon as he said that, this little Chinese guy popped up from behind the dumpster that was pushing the dumpster up to the guy with the truck. You can't make this shit up. This happened. He was just so tiny I couldn't see him. I just imagine how the guy in the truck must have thought I was just a lunatic, right? Because the guy in the truck must have thought I could see them both and I was just some knob, you know, just like, not in my alley, buddy. There'll be no deliveries today, Quan. Stupid shit like that happens to me all the time. I'm like a magnet for weird stuff, right? You know? Like, when I flew in here, you ever, you know, like I had this really bad knot in my back, right? And I knew I had to film this TV show, and I couldn't even turn my head like that, right? So I was like, I need to go for a massage. But I'd never been for like a massage. I mean, I've been for a massage, you know, but I never been to somebody that was accredited, you know, that spoke English. Hey, I like to drink red wine and fuck Asian women. Anyone else? Makes me feel like a spy. So I go, I'm staying at, you know, this nice, they put me up in this nice hotel, so they've got a nice fancy spa there, so I make an appointment for a massage, and I go in, and, you know, I'm all excited. It's my first massage, so this, you know, attractive woman takes me into the room, and she hangs a robe up on a hook, and she says, if you'd like to get disrobed and get into the bath, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. And there's this big empty hydraulic tub beside the massage table with like jets and shit in it, right? So I'm like, ooh, I guess I get a bath, right? So I take off all my clothes and I'm sitting in this huge tub and no water's coming in or anything and I'm freezing my ass off, you know? And I'm like, what the hell is going on here, right? And like I'm just like, shivering and naked and like 5 minutes later she walks back in the room and she's like, ah, aghast, right? And she's like, I meant the foot bath. And there was a little foot bath underneath the chair. Awkward. I didn't know what to do. I just jerked off and ran away. I don't know what to do. What else do you do in a situation like that? A little shopping today. Went into Value Village, my favorite store. Value Village is such a great place if you ever needed a pair of pants and a trophy. I have no idea who Brian Cousins is, but in 1987 he was wicked at badminton. That's all I know. He threw a mean shuttlecock back in the 80s. I like pawn shops, man. They're my favorite. Just a store of broken dreams, the pawn shop. Somebody who thought they were going to play guitar, somebody who thought they were going to get married. You know? Oh, man. I was at a pawn shop the other day. Exactly how broke do you have to be to sell your toaster? I'm not making that up. They had a toaster at the pawn shop. That means some dude sold his toaster for cash. Let's swallow the logic of that for a second. That's gonna be a long walk to the pawn shop. You know? And you know you're walking. You're not fucking cabbing it with a toaster. Honey, call me a cab. We're pawning the toaster. I like how I assume he still has a woman in his life at that point. Like she wouldn't have fucked off with the blender. That's a serious woman that sticks around through the toaster days. Do you have a bargaining chip with a toaster? I've taken nice things to a pawn shop and been ripped off. I could not imagine the ass kicking you're gonna take on a toaster. $1? That's a Toastmaster, man. That's 4 slices, babe. Come on, buck a slice. Help a brother out. You know what cracked me up? And I'm not making fun of people in this situation. It just made me laugh my ass off. I'm not making something. In the same pawn shop, they had a wheelchair. I'm like, holy shit, that's broke. You gotta want to eat something fierce to sell you a wheelchair. That's what I'm saying. There's some dude laying on the sidewalk. Hey, give me a piggy back to the bank. Where you going, asshole? Meow. So I'm single again, which sucks. Divorce sucks, man. It's depressing. You ever notice when you're depressed, everyone around you is having the best day of their lives? You walk outside, there's calypso music playing. Everyone's riding tandem bicycles. Jews are hugging Arabs. Midgets got jobs. You know what I'm talking about. It's a happy day when the midgets are working. Well, that's a bad word, I guess. That's not a. I guess we're not. Little people, right? Is now the politically correct. Remember, like 10 years ago, all the midgets came out and said we no longer want to be called midgets. We'd like to be called little people, and we just all collectively got together and went, "Fuck you, you're a midget." You know why? Because we're not afraid of midgets. I'm scared shitless of midgets, man. Midgets are tough, man. You never see a skinny midget. They're all those little Arnold Schwarzenegger guys, you know. You know, I guess if you find out you're a midget, you start doing push-up stat, right? You know, you're like, I gotta get something going on here. I'm gonna get the shit beat out of me by a midget one night. I know it. So I'm pretty sure I can outrun him. Tough being single, man. It is. You ever lay in bed at night and convince yourself you have AIDS? Am I alone on that? Fuck off. We've all had sex with somebody we shouldn't have. You know, for me, it's the time I banged that monkey in Zaire. Woo! That is a recipe for sleepless nights, I will tell you. She never calls. Booka, booka, booka. That's the sound I make when I have sex, by the way. Booka, booka, booka. It's annoying at first, but it grows on you after a while. Kept me out of ninja school. Booka, booka, booka. He's a-coming. He can now be ninja. Guys are looking at me like I'm the only guy that banged a monkey. I was young. It was spring. She had a blue ass. How do you say no to a blue ass? You don't. That's how. I actually went for an AIDS test. I went for an accidental AIDS test because I wanted to get life insurance for my kids, right? So I had to go get a physical. And my doctor just gave me my physical. He's like, he's doing my blood work. And he's like, hey, you want to get an AIDS test? I'm like, is it free? He's like, yeah. I'm like, throw that shit in. I'm Irish, man. I love anything free, right? I didn't realize they asked you very personal questions about your sex life, but they use all the scientific jargon for everything. When you get the AIDS test, they're like, have you ever performed cunnilingus? Have you ever performed fellatio? And I'm like, dude, I don't know any Shakespeare. He's like, you ever given a rim job? What happened to the Latin? And yes. Everyone's licked an ass. Maybe not on purpose. But everyone zigged when they should have zagged. You ever have somebody lick your ass? That changes the dynamic in the relationship. You're like, hey. Yes, you did. You can't remind women of stuff like that, man. Oh, women freak out. That's how our culture works, right? Like, men want to be studs, right? We want to be thought of as amazing lovers, and women don't want to be thought of as slutty, right? That's why you can never remind a woman what you did the night before. You ever get a little drunk and freaky with your girl? The next day you're having breakfast, you never be like, hey, I stuck a wine bottle in your bum last night. They're like, shut the fuck up. You're an asshole. Do you know that? I'm going to my sister's, all right? I don't know when I'm going to be back, idiot. Men want to be studs. Men want to last a long time in bed, which always made me laugh because I don't think women want to have sex for a long time. I just think they want to have good sex, you know? Because every woman in this audience has been in that situation where you're having sex with some guy and it's gone on way too long, and in your mind you're like, please come. For the love of God! There's not supposed to be smoke coming out of this. My vagina sounds like sneakers on a gym floor. I know, I'm not for everyone. Do you know how we stop ourselves from climaxing, ladies? I bet you don't. I bet you think we think about baseball or something. Every guy in the world, every guy watching this right now, every guy in this room does the exact same thing. I call it the thermometer technique. That's my own little pet name for it. Here's what the thermometer technique is. Let's say you got 1 to 10, 10 being climax, 0 being starting. You bring yourself like an 8, stop, play with titties, kiss a little bit, let it fall back down. Bring yourself back up to an 8, stop, play with titties, kiss a little bit, let it fall back down. Occasionally we'll tease ourselves, 8.5. Then we reach that point where the slightest movement will make us go. And that's when you women get one of these. Don't move. Do not move. The old don't move. By the way, ladies, on behalf of all the men in the world, when we say don't move, don't fucking move, okay? You greedy little horse, just stop. Don't move doesn't mean 2 or 3 more strokes, right? It means stop on a dime. And don't cough. Holy, what happens to your pussy when you cough? It's like a midget stuck his hand up there and grabbed my dick. You can't be moving around after we tell you don't move. Don't do it. I don't think you understand the precipice we have brought ourselves to. The slightest movement will make us climax. An eyelash could fall. Just, no! Booka, booka, booka. I was watching a little TV in the hotel before I came down. A little CNN. Are you guys like me? If you watch CNN for longer than 3 minutes, you're afraid to go outside? That's an alarmist network, man. It's like, next time you buy a hot dog, you'll be supporting Al-Qaeda. What? 15 things that'll kill you in the next 10 seconds when we come back. I'm like, hurry the hell back. They had a thing on suicide bombers on tonight, and you know what? I don't know. I'm not a very political person. I know nothing about suicide bombers. I mean, they're in desperate need of problem-solving skills. Let's start there. You know. But I don't judge them, you know. I don't judge them. But it made me laugh because they showed this thing, and apparently they go to camp, like suicide bomber camp, and they get trained, right? And then I thought they just went and blew shit up. No, they give you a beeper, a pager, and it could be like a year before you're called to blow something up. All I could think is, that's got to be a stressful year. You know? Your friends are always prank paging you. It's just, Ahmad, it's time. Bring a large pizza to Larry's house. Why would they want a large pizza? I don't. Abagassam, you got me again. Abagassam, not to cousin Tom. You're a prankster. You get 72 virgins if you die a martyr, which I don't think is much incentive for anyone, is it? Does anyone want 72 virgins? There's some guy walking around heaven. Hey, can I get a decent blowjob anywhere? I'd like to have sex with somebody who's not crying. That'd be nice. This is a lot of fun, man. This is it's more fun than I thought I'd have. Seriously, I thought I'd be like really nervous. It's my first, national special, and thank you. I like to say hello to my mom. Hey, Mom. And to my dad, who spent my entire life telling me that nobody would ever pay me to be a smartass. Fuck you! I love my dad. He's in the back of the room. Anyone here got a dad just walks around all day in his underwear? That's my old man. My old man would never put on pants unless society demanded it. And not nice underwear, that dad underwear. You know what I'm talking about? The saggy blue briefs with the white trim. Doesn't quite fit him properly. Looks like he stole them from somebody. And no ass. We have no idea what happened to my father's ass. Blew off in the war, we're guessing. 6'2", 240 pounds, about 3 ounces of it is ass. And no vanity, man. He'll answer the door that way. We used to pull to the door as kids, when we were younger, try and beat dad to the door. Because you don't want your friends to see your old man in his ginch, right? But he'd always make it there first, door would swing open. There'd be my dad just scratching what little ass he's got, one ball hanging out. Is that your dad? No, my dad died fighting the Nazis. Let's go. That's that crazy border. Hans. What used to crack me on most is if one of my mom's bingo buddies was coming to pick her up, the old man would answer the door in his ginch. She'd be, oh, Christ, Shirley, don't look directly at it. The old man would always play it up. Here's your bingo dabber, ladies. Let's twist again, like we did last summer. You ever go play bingo with your mom? Has anyone ever done that? That's a hard game, man. You gotta be like a genius to play. Didn't bingo used to be like a horizontal diagonal line? I went to play with my mom a little while ago, and I show up, and it's like, all right, ladies, get your bonus cards ready. We're going for a triple Zeppelin. I'm like, I look over at my mom. She's got like 35 bingo cards going, 3 dabbers in each hand. I got 2 cards, so I'm gonna clue what's going on. Everyone keeps looking over the table. Oh, look, Peggy brought a retarded boy. Sad. Give him one of Shirley's brownies. He'll enjoy that. You know he can't chew. They're smart women, the bingo mamas. They're not fleet of foot. They got the bingo bums. My mom's been working on her bingo ass for 30 years. That's so she can get more bench space, play more cards. Until it's all said and done with, they move quickly at one time, right? If you ever have to go pick up your mom from bingo, which I used to have to do, that was the rule. If I had to use the car, I had to go pick up mom from bingo, right? 10 p.m. on the nose at the church. And, you get out of the car waiting for your mom, and, all of a sudden, all these ladies make this mad rush up to the parking lot trying to beat the traffic jam that's going to ensue. Fuck running with the bulls. You got a big, bad bingo mama barreling down you. They found me face down my own puke with a bingo dabber sticking out of my ass. Is that Peggy's retarded boy? Give him a kick. Dab him in the nuts for luck, Shirley. I don't know what that means. Apparently I have lucky balls. That's all I'm saying. It's a scientifically proven fact. If you touch my balls, good luck will befall you. You seem doubtful. It's not great luck. You're not going to win the lottery, but you might find a toonie. That'd be a shitty superpower, wouldn't it? Lucky balls? How are we going to get out of this pinch, Batman? Send in lucky balls. I wish I had a superpower, man. I always thought, I always entertained the thought that everyone should be born with a superpower. But then I thought, of course, that would cause mass chaos, right? So here I came up with a solution. Everyone should be born with a lame superpower. That way, if you're an asshole, you can't use it for evil. You can just annoy people with it. You know what I'd like my lame superpower to be? I'd like to be able to control whoever smells my farts. Wouldn't that be cool? You can just isolate some dude at a table. Everyone else is normal. He's like, what the? Damn you, selective fart man! Thank you very much for listening to me, and God bless you. Take care. Thank you.
and gentlemen, Kevin Foxx.